Hello everyone, this is James Shore with another test-driven development video. Alright, we just finished getting tax rate to be a value object. Let's go ahead and finish up incorporating that code into, or the tax rate into stock market year. So I'm sneaking up on this pretty slowly because doing this sort of extraction of a primitive can be challenging. So right now I'm just pulling the primitive out. I have a note to take that code out. But as I said, I'm going to do this pretty slowly. So let's turn this into a tax rate, which means that this down here needs to be like that, and this needs to be like that. Okay, now we will make that a real object. Failed. It probably failed because we're now comparing an integer to an object. There we go. Okay. Is that it? Do we really have it everywhere in here? No, we don't quite have it everywhere in here. So this is neat. This is where the pulling that code out really pays off. We should now be able to just say capital gains tax rate dot compound tax for capital gains withdrawn. And that is fantastic. I hope it works. Ah, perfect. Awesome. So that is exactly what we wanted. Now that, that was a messy piece of code. It had to do the doubles and everything. Now that's all just hidden away. In the future, if we decide to bring back that god-awful big decimal thing or change the underlying data type or whatever, it's completely hidden from us. It should just work. So, perfect. That's what's happened when you kill off those primitive obsessions. So I think that's it for capital gains tax rate. Let's go ahead and take this back out, and if we have truly eliminated it, yeah, then all the tests pass. Okay, so the next primitive obsession we have in here is the interest rate. So that's going to be pretty much the same thing. I might actually fast forward through this part of the video because it's going to be really similar to what we just did. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, that's done. Now you may be wondering, this code is very similar. The interest rate code and the tax rate code is extremely similar. And you may be wondering, why didn't I just have them inherit from a common base class or even just make them both a rate? And the reason is that I think they represent fundamentally different domain concepts. I could have created a percent class and delegated some of the work to that, but it really wouldn't have saved me much because most of the work is in boilerplate. So I think these are fundamentally different concepts. I think they're going to diverge over time. We can already see that interest rate, you would just get a simple interest rate, and the tax we have the cover the tax rate. And I don't think there's going to be a similar concept for the interest rate. So even though the code right now is similar, they represent fundamentally different concepts, so I think they should be represented through completely different classes. And I don't think you can say that they are both examples of the same kind of thing from a domain perspective. Or at least I don't think what you gain from doing that outweighs what you lose in terms of tying these things together prematurely. Now, if I'm wrong and more duplication shows up, then I might change my mind on that, but for right now, that's how I feel about it. So let's go ahead and get this interest rate in here. It's going to be very similar to the last way we did this last time, in that I'm going to go ahead and toss in a method that we can delete. And again, I take these very slowly because I know from hard-won experience that it's easy to get this wrong. Okay, I think I've got everything in here. Now I just need to fix this. And so that should be yeah, great. Okay, can get rid of this now. And let's see how this reads. So, capital gains withdrawn. Yeah, I'm liking this. Great, great. Okay, so I think what we have to do next is the dollars. Because I'm planning on doing a fast forward in this video, I actually don't know how much time I have, but I'm going to go ahead and try to get that in real quick. And the dollars, of course, will be the end of the primitive obsession. We'll turn these into dollars, and then we won't have any more problems. So I'm going to fast forward here and hopefully get this all into this video. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to stop the video here. I'm not sure how much time I've used up, and it looks like this is actually going to perhaps be a little more interesting than the interest rate was. And so I'm going to see about putting that on the video, in which case I need to start a new one. So thanks very much for watching. Next time we'll take a look at this dollars value object, finish getting rid of our primitive obsession. So thanks again, and I will see you next time.